Okay, we are here. Hello. How are we doing today? Oh, yes. What's good, Sly and Nazo? Long time no speak. It's just funny because we were just in a Discord call. And Derpy, how's it going, buddy? Nazo, I've never been to a watch party before. What should I expect? Some more Star Wars, but big Ting. I don't have it on the screen because Disney would sue the hell out of me. I wouldn't say sue, they'd copyright me and I wouldn't be able to do it. So what we have to do is I put a timer on the screen and we just make sure that our timers match up. And that's the best way to do it. Let me open file. Desktop. And then layouts. There we go. Perfect. You ain't got Disney Plus? Ah, oh, man. Don't blame me, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for Star Wars, I wouldn't have Disney Plus either. So I do not blame you in the slightest. But no, basically it's like we talk about we do like a live reaction. We talk about like what we hope to see, what we saw, and just kind of go through it like that. Basically, that's the best way to do it. But yeah, no, I got a fresh coffee. I had a quick snack just so I wasn't gonna be hangry during this. But yeah, and then they're never too long. So like we've got 2 episodes to watch today. They're both gonna be 30 minutes. So I expect this whole thing to be probably like an hour and a half, hour and 20. Yeah, and we'll go from there. But I hope you guys are all doing great. Welcome on in. Hello. It's always exciting on the first episode because that's when you get to like everyone's watched the same amount. I'll be angry and frustrated. I mean, Derpy, how about just let me watch it and I'll form my own opinion for you. Yeah, just an idea. Because I'm not going to get mad because there's no need to get mad. I'm not saying because I know what happens in the show. I mean, I'm not going to get angry because I just don't want to get angry. It's not worth the hate. If I end up not liking the show, that's it. That's just fine. I'll just await the next stuff that's going to come out. Wait for Ahsoka season 2. You know what I mean? No, sorry, I did to occasionally mute because I got hay fever or a pollen allergy, if you're not from the UK. It's not Star Wars. It doesn't feel like it at all, and the pacing's all over the place. I mean, that's every Star Wars, right? Star Wars has always had like a weird pace in general. I'm not gonna be the person to be like, yeah, that's not Star Wars. We'll see what it's like. We'll see what it's like. Yeah, I just have to give it a fair old run, and then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But let's get ready to watch this already, shall we? Screw it. I want to see for myself now. I want to see what's going on. So let me just get this all ready. All right, guys, get your fingers on the play button. Okay. All right. Let's start in. Oh, wait, I fell asleep. That's how uninterested I was. I mean, Derpy, you've told me like 3 times, dude. It's okay. It's okay. It is. The way to look at... I'll say this before I start this. The way to look at Star Wars, right, is Star Wars is, nowadays, anyway, a restaurant. Sometimes you can get a burger. You might get a pasta dish. You might get a pizza. You might get sushi. And you know what? You might not like You might not like the pork belly that's on offer, and that's okay because you have the steak or the pizza or the pasta dish or the sushi. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like, that's the best way. I saw. I think who was it that said it? Rahul Kohli when he was on Twitter. It's like the best way to look at Star Wars is that it's a restaurant. Now, like, there's so much Star Wars nowadays. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like back in the film days, you know, when you had the original trilogy and the prequels, and that's all you had. And if you didn't like a few of those films, then maybe you won't like Star Wars that much, you know. But nowadays, you know, we have like 11 films and like 5 different TV shows. We've got Kenobi, Acolyte, Mando, Bad Batch, Clone Wars, Rebels. I'm counting more main stuff. I could say Resistance, but it feels even more of a kid show than Clone Wars. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, right. Let's give this a watch, guys. Let's see for ourselves. So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as usual, guys, we don't skip anything. What the hell is this? Is this an advert? It is. Right, guys. Never mind, guys. We'll restart. Who puts a damn advert at the start? So I'm going to restart, guys. God. I pay for Disney Plus. It costs good money. It's probably like a Disney Plus thing, but you know. Alright, let's start again, sorry guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, what I was saying before, we don't skip recaps, we don't skip intros, none of that jazz, just because it makes timing an absolute nightmare for you and me. So, we'll see what it is. We'll see how this whole thing is. I'm interested to hear the music, though. Music's a big thing for me in Star Wars. 100 years before the rise of the Empire, it is time of peace. The Jedi Order, the Galactic Republic, have prospered for centuries without war, but in the dark corners of the galaxy, a powerful few learn to use the Force in secret. One of them, a lone assassin, risks discovery to seek revenge. Have we seen this place before, Ueda? This looks like the place from Star Wars Outlaws. Obviously not, it's a few hundred years before. I know kind of what happens here because of the trailer. That's gonna be a weird technicality. I will say though, the fist fighting here looks good. I think the fight is good. The young assassin looks really good at fighting. These are times where I wish I watched less trailers because then I wouldn't see like I've known most of this fight. Hmm. Star Wars needs to pick what kills and what doesn't. Oh my god. You didn't watch any trailers, just saw some stills? Nice. What flavour is that coffee? It's a dark Italian roast. With hints of licorice and chocolate, apparently. Is this past or present now? She looks happy. Usually, it must be past. Unless she just likes to dress like a scoundrel. Nashidar name drop. Nice. Nice. Are they Trade Federation? It is Trade Feds! But they were though. But they are though, Sly, aren't they? But you're right though. Oh, you see an emoji and you can just assume. They look sick though. I recognize that voice. Oh, we've got some trauma now, I think. A robot and a fire extinguisher all in one. Yeah, those Nemordis look sick. I wonder how this is going to be set. So, like, this is when the Jedi and the Republic are at its highest. I'll say 8's quite old. Oh, this isn't in the past, it's present. There you go. The mistake they're making is sending her back on a prison transport. Tell you what though, the music's really good. Like the sound effects, the music feel very Star Wars. It's hard to place what that means, but hey, what's good at aggressively relaxing? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Oh yeah, I need to do this. I'm glad you enjoyed it though. That's great. It seems to be a lot more like aliens in the show, which sounds really silly, but good. Oh. Jedi worrying about politics already? Murder the Coruscant Express? Nice one. Yeah. I need to actually finish a High Republic book. Oh, that's so gross. See, if this was such a close guarded secret, surely you would actually, like, have someone on board that wasn't a droid. Why doesn't she have the Force? I'm so confused. This isn't in the past. So you got two more, I think. Does she have a twin? Was it like some kind of doppelganger of some kind? Because there's no way she's not been cloned and given the Force. We know that's not a thing. Different robes. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Sol was meant to be Suffer DS at first. I would tell you what, I'd love a show around that time or like something, you know. Because so little is known from the whole time like era. It'd be so cool. I loved it when Clone Wars like teased us with it. She like two personalities. Yeah. I don't know how to feel about this. So like, what is this then? Is she like, is it like bipolar or something? I don't know. I feel like it is a multiple personality thing. Unless she survived. Is that one of those things where she doesn't know when like who's in control? You taking the yellow outfit under the robes though? Same. I don't like the white robes, but the yellow with the brown, it's cool as hell. You're like a second ahead of me, I think. Fuck yeah, they. You know, lightsaber though. Now we're talking. I have a single criticism right now. Oh, so that is me. Okay then. All right, so it's not split personality. So who the hell is that with the red saber? Okay. So yeah, I'll go into my one and only criticism I have so far. So the Jedi are meant to be at its complete like height. And the only thing I have against what they've done so far is at least yours, much because like he just seems really new or whatever. Like it's fresh like night. It feels a lot like a police officer, which is what Qui-Gon was like criticizing the Jedi for becoming. You know, it was becoming like a police force. You know, so I feel like this whole like surrender in the name of the Republic kind of thing. I feel like that was a bit weird, but otherwise, I wasn't the biggest fan of the fight scene at the start. Mainly just because the master seemed very like disjointed. But otherwise, I kind of I liked the feel of it. Okay, I'm cautiously like optimistic for it. Um, the music, I've actually really enjoyed the music so far as well, which is like a criticism I really had for like Kenobi, for example. I thought the music wasn't quite there. Obviously, Kenobi's theme was really good, and I liked the finale music, but otherwise, as a whole, it was very like a lot of like not very memorable stuff. Um, but no, that was cool. More aliens, which is good, because the line to always remember with Star Wars, right? Whenever you're looking at anything, something that George Lucas always said, he always went for something that was a bit different, but you can never go too far. with being that bit different. That was always his thing. He said it needs to be just weird enough to make it seem like out of this world. I'm on board so far, but I need a little more to really sell me. Yeah, I need another reason to like care about this plot a bit more. That's definitely for sure. If anyone's wondering though, this was a double episode release, so we have got a second episode to watch. But I am optimistic. I like Sol. He seemed really cool as well. Yeah. I'm very glad it's just a twin, and it's not like a person that can be both good and bad depending like what mode their brain's in. So I like that the other person is alive. Because I was thinking like, oh god, how the hell are we gonna manage this whole like two personality thing? But that's not how it is. So it's just that her twin's alive. So that's better. And also, yeah, the Jedi weren't really just a muscle for the Republic at this point. Honestly, that's my main nitpick I have, is that, yeah, surrender the name Republic. No. Cut that out. Stop it. But, yeah. It's going to be one of those things where yeah. And tell you what, you can tell this had more budget than Kenobi. You can tell. I don't know if you agree, Sly. But it looks like it's had more budget, like as a whole. So it makes you realize how mad it was though, because this has reportedly double the budget, right? And the episode length is roughly half, as well. Like Kenobi averaged like 50 minutes to an hour. This has double the budget, and each episode is 30 to 35 minutes. So that's insane when you actually think about it. When you think not just budget, but budget to screen time. That's kind of a mad like one in general. Yeah, should we see what the second episode brings and hope that we leave it with a fervor for this new series? I'm curious who that Sith is. They got a red saber. They got to be Sith. Like, what is the canon reason for red crystals again? It's like a force user who is like forced a crystal to his own will, and it causes it to bleed, and it bleeds like a red. That's how you get like a Sith red lightsaber. So because I feel like before when it had, oh yeah, the Acolyte, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, who are these people? Are they Dark Jedi? Are they something else like this? But when you see a red saber, there's no question. You know what I mean? That dude has to be a Sith. And the only question here is, when we see Phantom Menace, they say we haven't seen a Sith for a millennia. You know, and this is only like, what, 100, 200 years before Phantom Menace? So we're nowhere near the millennium mark, you know what I mean? It's, the millennium was 800 years before this thing. Which means, how the hell is this season going to end to bring us to that statement? Well, like, the question, this must be still before Darth Bane. And we don't really have a canon answer for what Darth Bane is. All we know is that Ruler 2 is the thing because of him. Do you know what? Maybe that will get canonized in this. Maybe. Okay. Alright, let's give this next one a go. Does anyone need a minute or two before we start? Are we all keen to go straight into it? And if anyone hasn't already, please put a like on the thing, on the stream. It's a thing for YouTube. It helps. Right. Let us give this a go. You ready? Hell yeah, dude. It's good to have you here, man. Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as usual, we do not skip intros, recaps, any of that malarkey. Bane was even earlier, before the... Wait, 1,000 years before the Battle of Naboo. Oh, damn. Has that been canonized, or is that like just was that former expanded? That's canon. Oh, okay, cool. Was that in the Clone Wars? Because you remember they just started to cover it before they killed the show for a little bit. Because like Yoda went to like Moraban or Korriban. That's some of the stuff he got from Bane's Force Ghost. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's for that moment. Cool. Olega, local Jedi temple. That's what's so funny, right? People barely knew about the Jedi, right? There's only 10,000 of them or something at its height. And then, at the same time, there was a Jedi temple on most planets. She's just gonna go around murdering loads of Jedi? That's kind of cool. It's like got like a force shield. I like that. That's a cool thing. Questionable beard though. Not that I can judge. That's so weird though, right? So like he was protected by like being in like such a deep meditation, but also not aware. Is that the Star Wars way of saying turning it off and on again? Oh. This makes me want to give like Star Wars: The Old Republic another go again. The MMO. We need another Star Wars game, man. I need a like a live service Star Wars game that can actually keep me busy. I recognize this dude. What have I seen him in? Oh, so the knife kill on the other master doesn't count. So is this her attempt to become an acolyte then? Is Jason for the good place? That's where I've seen him before then. Cool. Tell you what though, one thing I can't go against at all. The casting's been great. I think as a whole, like every actor has done great. Apart from that fight scene at the start of the first one, but otherwise, I'm Here's one thing I actually quite like, guys. This evil character, the Acolyte, might just be evil because she's evil. And that sounds so stupid. But I'm so grateful if that's the case. I don't want to see another bad person turn good. it's overdone at this point. You can tell this was filmed in the UK, can't you? Also, he is aware of what's going on. Cool Scarlo. Oh, I'm so sick of villains having redemption arcs. Let the villain die at the hands of a hero, right? Oh, damn. If they're going to lead them to Master Torba, why have they gone the wrong direction? They literally know. There we go. I gotta say, Jesus Christ. I tell you what though, I love that gauntlet he's got. That's clean as hell. Soul's got the same gauntlet too. Tell you what though, the cloak has never looked better than it did in Revenge of the Sith. I want to see that. I want to bring us back to those cloaks. Oh, you like the bigger hood on yours? That's fair. That's what they do. Just don't say the dope until I see it, dude. It's not hard, dude. It's not hard. Tennis board start. Nah, man. I just got rest. When I'm like concentrating, I got resting frown face, man. It's a beard. He said it! Guys, he said the line! Slimy, you should make a bingo for this. You could say Soul's on that list. She did a very good job with this whole no weapon thing. I can't tell if it's a communicator or a second tiny lightsaber. I like that theory, Sly. I like that theory a lot. It took all our knives. Is there a reason why he's just watching on his binoculars? Oh. Oh, not this again. I feel like they could have just held her with the Force there. Yeah, so May thinks the Jedi killed Osha. And well, Osha knows that May started the fire. Gone. Oh, come on. Oh. Nah, that sucks. That sucks. That is such a cop-out. This sister killed your parents. Oh. So the other Jedi is the Wookiee one. I'm so confused. Yeah, I agree with you. Good, kind of confused. Love the idea of a Wookiee having the Force. I'm not gonna lie to you though. That's sick. Okay. Right. So wait, what was the? So Derpy, if you're still there, dude. Apparently they completely reinvent how the Force works. That's not a spoiler in actual happens. Where have they reinvented how the Force works? I'm genuinely curious now. What? I'm just trying to, like... That's cool. Do you know what, though? I did enjoy that. I actually did enjoy that. That's and you're right that yeah, there has been a few Wookiee Jedi in at least in Legends. Well, there's oh well it's okay. So I'll say this one thing. I'll say there's one that's canon, and I'm not talking about a book. Yeah, I don't see the other wrong possibility for the Force either. So I'm very confused as to what, because Derby has an episode apparently they. So there's not something he's seen. Someone else has complained about how that's not the Force works. The only thing I didn't like about that episode, her like being shaken up and not being able to stun. Like this sister, like as far as she thinks she knows, right? As long as she apparently everyone knows. She killed her parents. You know what I mean? And nearly killed her in the crossfire. Or tried to? I don't know. One of them blames the Jedi. So basically, from what it seems like, because I'm so confused. So like, the Jedi... So the Master killed himself rather than confess his crimes, unless he's like just like feels too guilty, like he failed them. So he killed himself with the poison that he was given. But we know that Soul saved Osha. I'm curious. I don't. Oh yeah. Also, there's Gunji, but in Legends there's loads like Savoka, Lobaka, and more. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with this. I feel like we're gonna get another whole thing that like we got with the Last Jedi, and I'm not. And this isn't the bad part of the Last Jedi. The whole idea where two people have experienced the same thing, but they're like unconscious biases, their perspective shows the story in a very different light. And I think maybe they could play on that kind of thing again, where you got Osha, who's got like the Jedi saving her vibe, right? And then you got Misha, who's got the Jedi are the ones who've done it. And like, the only thing I can tell is like maybe she's like been told by this like Sith whatever who's pulling the strings. It's been like, yeah, the Jedi did it. The only problem I have with that theory for now is that it reeks of redemption arc, and I don't want a redemption arc. I kind of want this person to I need someone to be evil for the sake of being evil. Okay, that's all I want. I want someone to be a bad person because they are a bad person. I'm praying for this. Okay, I'm not a religious man, but I will become one. I will become one for this. Okay. But yeah, no, I heard complaints, I heard different things about the show, and I heard like the Jedi feel very robotic, but in the way of like they're being the police force. They did it again. In the name of the Galactic Republic, surrender. You are under arrest. Stop that. But then again, that's a nitpick though. That when I say that bothers me, that's such a nitpick. Okay? Like I have to like stress. You know, I know Sly gets it, but in case anyone else is like who doesn't know me as well, I'm just focusing on my one thing that I do have. Yeah, me moaning about that is a very fine nitpick. because it doesn't change the tone massively. I think it's one of those things where I want to kind of see. I want this I want this show to show me the Jedi in their prime, I guess. That's probably the best way to put it. I want to see the Jedi in their prime. That's kind of what I'm hoping for it. But I tell you what, the story is interesting. The music is very good. They've got see, when I heard this thing is not Star Wars, this feels pretty Star Wars to me. And it's very quick though. It's very, very fast. But that's not unlike other Star Wars films. You know what I mean? You got Andor, which is like the complete opposite of this show. I'd actually say if you enjoyed Andor, right, and that's the one thing you've really liked from the Disney stuff, and then you watch this, there's a good chance you won't like Acolyte, because it's almost like the opposite. It's very much Jedi, very much the Force, very much, very, very quick, and there's a huge, I'd say, it's hard to say lack of exposition. It just doesn't have anywhere near as much as Andor. But yeah, like I am pleasantly surprised. I'm leaving that pretty happy, to be honest. It does make me wish, like when you see how good the production quality was, it does make me wish that we had the same thing with Kenobi. You know, I wish I saw Kenobi with the same production quality, because I tell you what, aesthetically, it looks great. Actors, set pieces, costume design, music. I have no complaints about these. Like, literally none. Like, I can't really moan at that aspect. But we got a couple of theories we can bounce off, which means, Sly, I think we got a video that we can work on, dude. But yeah, I'm glad Star Wars we got some Star Wars to keep us tied like over, because to tell you what, when we finish watching Acolyte, we're like a month away at most from Star Wars Outlaws. So we've got a good 2 or so months of Star Wars stuff to have fun with and enjoy. So awesome. But yeah. Initial thoughts. Obviously, for anyone who doesn't know this and anyone who's like new to the watch parties, I always end up watching these twice. Not on here, but what I always do is I watch this with you guys, and I get to nerd out the entire time and point out things like, yo, he said the line, and all that kind of stuff. But I also watch it again in the evenings when I show the wife, because it always gives me a chance to like analyze things at greater depth. Because when you've seen something once, you're just taking everything in, and then when you see it a second time, you can look at it at a deeper level. But I'm liking the fast pace. I'm liking the fast pace. It's very much enjoyable for me. But yeah, it was good. I think on the next episode, we've just got the one episode. Let me have a quick look. Acolyte episodes. Release. Schedule. Is that like a release schedule that they do? Here we go. Yes, you get episode 3 on the... I say on the 11th, it's the 12th for anyone who isn't in America, because it's Pacific time it releases. So for me and you, Sly, yeah, it comes out on the Wednesday. It will say Tuesday for US because of the thing. Yeah, it's a UK release schedule. Yeah, 12th, 19th. Okay, so only the first 2 episodes were a double release. One thing, right? This isn't a nitpick about the show. I really wish, right, that we would just accept that the first episode is longer, and like this whole double release thing, just release it as a bigger episode, bro. You know, that's it. Just release it as a bigger episode. It's fine though. It's another nitpick. But I've really enjoyed this, guys. So thank you everyone who's partaken and joined me in today. Sly, thank you so much. Derpy, thank you for joining us, buddy. Nazo, I know you're not even watching, but I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed seeing my my resting face. Regardless, double length season opener would be better, right? And it's not like a new thing. Like Bad Batch season 1 had a hour long episode. So it's not like it's a new thing for them. Maybe there'll be some metric out there that's basically been like, we should release 2 episodes. That's all it is. Someone said something in a boardroom somewhere, and they've decided that it's better to release 2 episodes rather than a larger first episode. That's all it is. Depressingly true. But no, guys, thank you all so much for watching today. Great to have you all here. If you guys are a fan of the gaming streams, I'm doing a multiplayer Morrowind stream this evening, 7 p.m. And if you guys are, if that's too late for you, I'll be live tomorrow, 2 p.m. British Summer Time on the gaming channel on twitch.tv/themounting, in which we're playing through Chrono Trigger. Right, I'll leave you all to it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time. And remember, the Force will be with you always.